This is me again, coming to you from here. I received a little thought and I I thought it worthwhile to share. And this is to talk about the subject of being being born again. I mean, religious people sometimes say that you need to be born again before you are able to see the kingdom of God. You know, then in this understanding of being born again, a lot of us religious people of the past and of course of the present, and those who have been able to understand better, to be born again, if you ask, for example, a Christian, what does it mean to be born again? I don't think that any answer that will come from such a person will be satisfactory, because probably he or she does not understand what it means to be born again. Because this idea of being born again, as we religious people understand it, actually entails that one will live his or her life in accordance with certain set rules that will qualify him when he dies to inherit a kingdom called the kingdom of God. Here is the mistake. Here is the mistake. Here is the essence of this teaching at this moment, is that God is in your heart. God is in you. God is actually you. Through your imagination, through your intentions, through your feelings about yourself. God is not apart from you. He's not out there in the sky in some beautiful, invisible palace that is in the sky. God is with you as you breathe to survive and exist. God is with you everywhere. So, to be born again, in my understanding of it, means to kill your old self. By this I mean your old imaginations about the real or your real perception of this reality, of this life. To be born again is to be able to forget your old ways and come above your old egoistic ways of receiving for self, and come to realize that to be born again is to kill all those your old thoughts, because it's been proven that loving yourself is natural to you. So you have to come out of this egoistic will to receive for pleasure, receive pleasure for enjoyment, and different kinds of desires that we desire. All these thoughts and all these ways of thinking is responsible for whatever realities we find in our current lives. And therefore, to kill this old self of self-love, which is the definition of egoism, to the love for others. When we are able to do this, we would have been born again, dead to the old self and all the dogmas and all the doctrines and all the practices and all the things that have culminated into our present lives today. And by this, I mean the lives that we live of unfulfillment. So when we love others as ourselves, we will be able to ascend to this point where we are born again of the spirit of a different person. Because the flesh and the intellect that it acquires is not the real self. So this spirit that is eternal, that is in us, that is caged in this body of us with all the intellect, all the egoistic boasts of what I will receive for myself, and then think of what you can do to benefit others. So when you are able to transcend this level of thinking, it means you are killing your old self. You are dying. Your old self is dying, and you are going to be born again with a different mindset, with a different view about life, with a different understanding of the purpose and meaning of life. And then the result is that you have this fulfillment that money cannot buy. The fulfillment that is greater than anything that is made, from the human speaking level to the lowest of them all. When you are able to transcend into this form where you have this fulfillment that even all the money in this world cannot buy, then you are definitely born again. Not because of your material acquisitions, no. Not because of your beauty or because of your muscular nature or your whatever attributes you have, but because of the fact that you are able to feel something so deep and fulfilling that a lot of people describe as joy. In this case, it's such that will transcend all understanding. And then you will be able to use your mind, your heart, your feelings, and your imaginations to create the world you want for yourself. Of course, in connection with others, because no one can do it alone. So to be born again is to be born of the Spirit. To change the mindset of the current life to a mindset of what you want to be in your life, and at the same time accomplish them and receive this gracious fulfillment that nothing else can give you. This is my little understanding and contribution towards explaining what is it to be born again. I hope it makes a little sense, but if it doesn't, I am sorry. Maybe some others in the future will. And from this, I can tell you that as soon as possible, I will be coming up with an epic topic that I believe will interest everyone. For now, I will let you go, and then as soon as I receive any other, I will be on air, but I am preparing something to give to you as soon as I am able to do so. I thank you all for listening, and I leave you with a prayer. And I say, may the thoughts of intention, may the thought and the intention of creation, and may the grace of the Lord who oversees everything see us through this day and all the days of our lives, even as we dwell in the knowledge that we can change our realities if we change our minds. I will leave you here now. I will come back to you as soon as possible. I love you all. From here, from me, it's good evening. By the way, this is Mike, by the way, of the Life Goals Solutions. I will come to you as soon as possible. Thank you, friends, and God bless. Bye.